Friends, in this video, I am going to discuss inquiry method of learning. I quote Jean Piaget, when you teach a child something, you take away forever his chance of discovering it for himself. Again, another quotation by Isaac Newton. I keep the subject of my inquiry constantly before me and wait till the first dawning opens gradually by little and little into a full and clear light. It is not inquiry if the students know what results they are supposed to get. Number two, the question and steps are predetermined for them, then it is not inquiry at all. Inquiry-based learning is a pedagogical method developed during the discovery learning movement of 1960s. Philosophy of inquiry-based learning finds its roots in Socratic method of learning and in constructivist learning theories of Piaget, John Dewey, and Vygotsky. Inquiry can be conducted through exploration because inquiry values the same concepts like engaging with the content in questioning as well as investigating and collaborating to make meaning. The inquiry-based learning is a student-centered learning approach that encourages learners to ask questions, explore real-world problems, and actively construct their understanding. Unlike traditional teaching, where the teacher typically presents the information, inquiry method focuses on students taking ownership of their learning journey. Characteristics of inquiry-based learning. Inquiry-based learning involves developing questions, making observations, developing methods for experiments, developing instruments for data collection, collecting, analyzing, and interpret data, outline possible explanations and conclusions, still with an open mind to investigate further. You see here, still with an open mind to investigate further. Inquiry-based learning can be done in multiple formats, which include fieldwork. Students can gather real-world sensory experiences by visiting museums, historical sites, or natural environments. Then experiments. Students conduct experiments to explore scientific concepts like investigating what factors affect the growth of the plants at primary level. Case studies. Inquiry-based learning is applicable in analyzing case studies in any discipline of knowledge. Then individual and group projects must be carried out only by using inquiry method. Research projects also must be carried out only by using inquiry method. Inquiry-based learning in the classroom, fostering a sense of wonder and curiosity. Encourage the students to ask questions about the world around them and to explore topics that interest them, providing opportunities for exploration and investigation. Engage students in hands-on activities or experiments that allow them to explore their questions. Encouraging collaboration and communication. Create a classroom environment where the students can share ideas, discuss their findings, and learn from each other. You see, this is inquiry learning cycle. I wonder, that is, notice, ask questions, state problems. Then I investigate. I plan, read, research, fieldwork, and interview. Then I record data, organize, describe, classify, graph, and draw. Then I discover, observe, examine, measure, and interpret. I think, I relate, discuss, analyze alternative explanations. Then I try experiments, model ideas, and repeat. Then finally, I reflect, revise, rethink, improvise, and conclude. And still with open mind, the inquiry learning cycle goes on and goes on. Then you have another type of inquiry learning that is called process-oriented guided inquiry learning. The acronym is POGIL. Process-oriented guided inquiry learning is a teaching strategy that was initially developed in college chemistry and biology courses and is used quite successfully to engage students in the classroom and to promote active learning. The POGIL strategy begins with introducing students to a model or a diagram or a problem or a set of data, and then requires them to work as a team to answer a series of questions leading to development of a concept or principle. That is what is called guided inquiry. The POGIL strategy is based on the idea that learning has two components, content and process. While content is important for operating in any discipline, the ability to develop a deep understanding of a concept and the ability to apply that knowledge to solve novel problems. This is the process component of learning, which is the critical skill. The process skills and team-based activities associated with the POGIL strategy provide a means to achieve the outcomes of producing active learners, problem solvers, collaborators, and communicators with high-level thinking skills. For example, a POGIL activity on the concept of photosynthesis might begin with questions about where plants get their energy, prompting students to discuss and research, ultimately leading them to discover the process of photosynthesis by themselves. This can be done at primary level of education. Guided inquiry. The activity uses a series of questions to guide students through the learning process. Group work. Students work collaboratively in small groups to discuss and answer the questions. Teacher as facilitator. The teacher acts as a facilitator, guiding and supporting the learning process without directly providing the answers. Conclusion. Inquiry-based learning and process-oriented guided inquiry learning foster enthusiasm and motivation to learn among students. These two methods are applicable at all levels of education, starting from primary level to doctoral level. These methods are applicable in all disciplines of knowledge. Teachers must use these methods as frequently as possible inside and outside the classroom. When the students are used to inquiry-based learning right from school education, it might lead to self-inquiry in quite a few of them. When the curriculum is burdened with heavy syllabus, teachers will not be able to implement inquiry method quite often. Thank you very much.